Welcome to another episode of Preparing for the Unexpected. I'm your host, Alex Fullick, and as always, we like to talk about various things related to business continuity, disasters, COVID, well-being, anything that helps you, your organization, or your community prepare for, respond to, and overcome adverse situations. Today, I want to talk about something that happened to me just a week or two ago during a meeting, and it has to do with single points of failure. During our meeting, we were talking about some of the things that were happening and we were working on, and someone turned around when the name of an individual was mentioned and said, "Oh yeah, that person is a single point of failure." And I immediately spoke up and said, "No, a person is not a failure. We can't call single points of failure a person. Of course, processes may fail, systems may fail, protocols will fail, our expectations may fail. However, a person isn't a failure. So a single point of failure is not a person." And then it got me thinking about a couple of other things. A single point of reference, which could be a document, a medical journal, or a journal for any industry for that matter, a database, a document, a process. It could mean anything. It can even be an event. You have nothing to reference. You only know about one specific example. So that's your single point of reference. So we've got single points of failure, single points of reference. Now we've got a SPoF with a K, a single point of knowledge. This can be a person, a specialist, or a subject matter expert, someone who knows everything about a specific system, process, whether it be business or technology, doesn't matter, but they're the ones that seem to know more about that system than anyone else. They're the single point of knowledge. That doesn't make them a single point of failure. Then there's another SPoF with a C, single point of contact. This can be a person who represents a department. You can't, in some organizations, you can't just access anybody and walk up to anyone in an area. Sometimes they want, all information that comes into their department coming through a specific person, and then that person distributes it to whoever they need to. Single point of contact. It can also be a department as well, a single point of contact. Let's say for communications. For communications, you have to go through the communications department. You can't just go off to marketing or sales or finance and say, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" Maybe all communications goes to this one area. So they are the single point of contact if you want to know anything about communications. That happens a lot with human resources. Employees will have a contact person that they can talk to if they have a complaint, a question, anything. They go through that one person or send a note to an email, but that's the single point of contact for them. So we now have a single point of failure, single point of reference, single point of knowledge, which is the SPoF, single point of contact, which is the SPoF. And then we have the other SPoF as well, who was quite logical, but has nothing to do with this. Anyway, I just want to recap. Single points of failure aren't people. People are not failures. They can be a reference, knowledge, or contact, but they aren't a single point of failure. So the next time you're in a meeting and someone speaks up, mentions a name, or even looks at you and says, "Hey, you're a single point of failure," speak up for those people. Speak up for yourself. You are not a failure. They are not a failure. Until next time, stay prepared, everybody. If you liked that video, thumbs up. If you didn't like that video, thumbs down. But leave me a message and let me know your thoughts. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. And in the meantime, stay prepared, everybody.